Hi, I'm Tom Jordan from Back of the Net podcast. You can find us on all good social medias, AFCB podcast and on YouTube. So we cover everything AFC Bournemouth, and obviously we've got Tottenham coming up this weekend. Probably not too confident going into the game. Our season's been okay. Obviously the last couple of games under Gary Neal we have lost, but before that he was unbeaten 6 games when he took charge over Scott Parker after a 9-0 defeat at Anfield. So he's done well to lift us off the ground, steadied the ship well. We've been quite difficult to break down, I'd say, since he's come in. But having said that, we probably haven't caused the opposition enough problems, particularly of late. So we're happy with O'Neill at the moment, but I think we'll probably look to appoint someone, maybe when the World Cup break comes. From our perspective, we're just below mid-table, and from a board perspective, we've got to take that and be relatively pleased. Going into the game and thinking about Tottenham themselves, it's a weird one, really. You could look at it as a good time for us to play you, because Tottenham have lost their last 2, Newcastle and Manchester United. It didn't look good in either. Obviously, this is Europe aside and just going into the Premier League. So yeah, in that sense, it's a good time to play us. Equally, we'll probably look at it and say we could see a reaction from Tottenham. Are they really going to go 3 defeats in a row in the Premier League? Probably not. Conte's obviously, we all know what Conte's about, and he's got in there. And yeah, I would say he's made them hard to beat. He's probably not been the best football, but you know what you're going to get from Antonio Conte. He is a winner. He is an elite manager. From a Tottenham point of view, just give him a bit of time, and he'll probably do well there. And Tottenham need a trophy, don't they? They need a bit of silverware, and he's probably the best man to bring that to you. But yeah, obviously we had a previous manager that's played for you guys in Scott Parker that, as I alluded to earlier, was let go, and the writing was on the wall really with the comments he made. I know a lot of people probably think it was just because we lost 9-0. It really wasn't. Saying some weird things, wasn't happy, saying that we were under-equipped to be competitive at this level, and it was quickly shown that 6 games unbeaten since he left was shown that he was probably wrong in that, and we certainly look competitive at this moment in time. But yeah, going into this game as a whole, we are still obviously not expecting much. I'm thinking about previous meetings with Tottenham, and what stands out as good. We've only actually beat you once, and that was at home. I think it went down to 9 men. I think it was Son and Juan Foyt who got sent off. It was a weird game, and Ake scored a late header. We managed to win against 9 men, which was nice. But that's the only time we've beaten you, so we haven't got too many great memories, a few little draws in there. But we've always struggled with Tottenham, so this is certainly going to be a difficult one, and I would absolutely rip your hand off for a point. That's for sure. In terms of, just trying to think, there was been asked to kind of say what players would get into the Tottenham 11. That's difficult. That is difficult, because our best players are probably your Dom Solankis, but he's not going to get it over Harry Kane. So I'm thinking of who could maybe get in, and all I can think of is Tottenham's right side, that right wing back, Emerson, don't think much of him. Matt Doherty, don't think much of him. Yet to see anything from Jed Spence. So I'll probably make a little case for Adam Smith, who'll probably skipper the side at the weekend, and he's ex-Tottenham. Maybe him, or even Ryan Fredericks with a bit of experience. But I know he's ex-West Ham, so he probably wouldn't get into your guys' team at the moment. But that's all I can really make a case for, I guess. In terms of where we're both going to finish up, I would still expect Conte and Tottenham to make it into them top 4 places. Not going to compete for the title, in my opinion, but 3rd or 4th, you've got to be looking for minimum of that, and maybe a cup run, maybe do well in, could do well in the Champions League, and also maybe FA Cup, League Cup, something like that. From our perspective, 17th or higher would absolutely take it, and remains to be seen really what we do in January and what we do with a new manager potentially, but I'm confident we can maybe avoid the drop. So if we avoid the drop, you get top 4, I think both of us would be very happy. In terms of the weekend, I think you'll probably win quite comfortably, but I'll rip you out for a draw, and let's hope we can skank the place out and get a 0-0 or something. That'll do me, mate. Anyway, good luck on the weekend, but not too much. Up the cherries.